friends and hello student. In this session we learn the palindrome number or not in C language. So let us start. First share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can look better way. And here turbo C++ is there. I just double click and now it's gonna take some time and open. Yes, and alter F file menu is open and take new file. And here in comment line I write the definition of program. Write a program to enter one integer number and here second line find out that number is, yes, that palindrome. Okay, so that is a palindrome. So that yes, that is palindrome. Palindrome. So that is palindrome or not. So you can check like prime number or not, Armstrong number or not, magic number or not. So many number program is there. And my technique, or you can also apply that what is input, then what is process, and then what is output. You find out these three words in your definition, so you can easily develop your C programming logic. So here enter one integer number, that is our input, and that number is a palindrome or not. So that number is a palindrome or not. Just we can give the message that number is palindrome or that number is not palindrome. So that is our output. And find out. So that is a some process, or you can say that take some logic. So let us start. First we can start. First save this file, and here we can give the palindrome. So that is a li. So first four letter and num.c. So in your mind click that is a palindrome number file or your program. So that is extension C, and maximum you can give the 8 characters. So here underscore all are combination 8 character is there. So I just save this file. And first question, what is a palindrome number? So if we identify that number is palindrome, so we can easily handle. So that is a question, what is a palindrome number? So here I give that is a definition. Palindrome number means we can reverse of that number digit, and the original number and the reverse of that digit number is the same. That is a like palindrome, like palindrome string, like madam, madm. So you can reverse that string same way here, reverse the number. So also possible the reverse like palindrome string or not, but we can take that example in string programming, but here we can take the number programming. So that is a palindrome number or not, and that definition is palindrome string or not. But here, so I give one example so you can get one more idea. Like 1 3, we can say the 1 2 1 or 1 3 1, there is a palindrome. So you can take any between here like 2 here 3 here like 4. So that is a palindrome number. So here I give like 1 2 1, so that reverse like same 1 2 1, so that is a palindrome. But if like we can take 1 3, so that is a 3 1 2, that reverse of digit, or that we can say that reverse of number. So that is a not palindrome number. So that number is not palindrome. Okay. So I just remove because we can take concept as a palindrome. So also you can like 1 2 2 1. So that is a palindrome, like 1 2 2 1. So that is get same number. So anywhere in any definition you get like 3. Here I again example 3 4 3. So that is also same number 3 4 3. So that is palindrome. Also possible we can get 8 like here 4 8. Then in between we can place any number, and then again 8 4. So that is same number you can find. So that is a palindrome number. All example are palindrome. In that case we can write in reverse case. So first is a 4, then come into 8, then come into 9, further 8, and then 4. So you can get the original number. So that is a palindrome number. So you can first take one number from user and then that reverse that number and then match original number and reverse number. If that are same, that is a palindrome number. Otherwise, it is not palindrome number. So I just comment like to your reference. So that are all number is a palindrome. So many example is there. There is a, we can say that here I just place any number like 2 to 9. So that number is a palindrome. So now we can start our coding, and that is we can take header file stdio.h standard input output. Then we can take conio console input output.h. So that is just document, and that is a single line, and that is a slash asterisk and asterisk slash. That is a multi-comment line in C language, and that is not compile this line compiler. So we cannot disturb our program, and that I give just idea to your reference. So that is a like document section, like, and that now link section, and we can take main section, and we can start our logic and process, we can say that. Okay, so first one is a declaration of variables. So give the meaningful name like n, that is our number, and we can separate our digit and check, then take d for digit, and then we can sum of that digit to give the original number. So sum whenever place that you can assign to 0, and then if multiplication operation, there you can assign 1, but here summation, or you can say that addition operation is there, so we can assign 0. And then we can take one temporary variables to store our original number. So there are 4 variables. You can clear in your mind what logic you have to apply and which loop or which decision statement you can use. So here I give the clear the screen, and then we can take the number from user, that is our flow sequence of statement. Enter one integer number, that is a message printf, and now scanf function is done, and that percentage d and comma ampersand, and that number is scanned. Now we can first take which loop. So in my every number programming suggestion, that is while loop is the best. You can apply any loop that every program in C language is a performance. Like you can use here for loop, do while and while, but while is the best loop for number programming, because we cannot start the initially how many iteration means how many your loop is execute how many number of times. So that call is a iteration. So we can get the starting and ending iteration. That time you can use the for loop. And if you cannot initially state, you cannot get idea how many and loop iteration is there. So you can use while loop, and number programming generally use the do while loop. So that's a normal sequence, but you can also use all loop in all program. There is no any error. Yes, here we can first store our variable. So that is our input is now finished. There is 2 line. Our input is get one number only, and we can now start the process or logic. So we can store our original number to 10. So because after our while loop is repetition, that n is a 0. So here we can give while loop, and n is greater than not equal to just 0. Okay, so that is our logic, and opening closing brace is there. Now we can separate our digit and summation, or we can say that reverse of that number, reverse number program. Also that same logic we can use here. So here n modulo 10. So that's our separate the digit. So modulo operator give the reminder. So last, like we can enter like here 1 to 1. So 1 is a separate and store in D for digit. And then we can sum equal to within a parenthesis sum first multiply 10, because in like in a 5th standard you can know one concept is a place value. So first 1 place value, then 10 place value, then 100 place value, then 1000 place value, then 10,000, then 1 lakh place value, then 10 lakhs and 1 crore. So that is a we can say that place value. So we can give that place value that is given by the 10 multiply 10, that give the place value of that number. Suppose first is a 1, so sum is 0 and multiply 10, so there is a 0 position, where we can say that position also, that place value means position of that uh, digit in reverse order. So we can get like first one, so that is a 0 position, and then separate 2, so that is a second position, and then third. So there are 3 place value, or we can say that position of that digit, and then um, addition, or we can say that uh, uh, summation operation. So here we can add our digit to sum. So that is a logic. And now we can get new number. So n, I just above, so you can look better. N equal to n divided by 10. So that is give to the new number to n as the same n variable. And there is no require any logic. There is only 3 lines. And also this statement, here I write full form n equal to n divide by 10, and here I use the short technique, and that is a compound assignment operator. I just give slash here, so that meaning is the same. Okay, so here I just remove n. There is a any statement you can use same number in two same variable in 2 times. Here like look, n is a 1, and here same n variable use divide by 10. So you can just operator as a prefix, and slash means division or equal to, that is a compound assignment operator, slash and equal. So we cannot write n variable 2 times, that is a benefit. So there is a short technique. So I just comment line write the full statement, so you can understand what is this statement. So that is a compound assignment operator, we can say that. Okay, now our logic is complete, and after the while loop we can give the if else condition. And if our original number store in temp, so temp equal relational operator, equal operator, and then our sum is a same, so just we can message that number is a palindrome, otherwise it is not palindrome. So here the number is, we can say that palindrome. Okay, and we can also print, but first we can let us check that number is palindrome or just give the message, and after we can print also, because that number is reverse same order, so you cannot print, so there is no any uh, we can understand directly. So because we can scan by user, so that number we here write number is not palindrome. Okay, and then get ch, and let us check this logic is work for palindrome number or not. Okay, save F2 and then compile. So there is only simple logic, and then I compile, and palindrome underscore number exe file is generated in default source folder, and then control F9 to run our program, and I give 1 to 1. Okay, that is a palindrome number. So that number is a palindrome. That is our message. Okay, and I give 1 2 3, so that is not palindrome. So the number is not palindrome. So we can directly identify the number is as above in the message. So also you can print, like here we can print our number, like you here you can print both, like sum and temp, because temp is a store original number and sum is a now reverse of that number. If both are same, that number is palindrome, otherwise it is not palindrome. Also print here how it's not palindrome, so you can idea that is not palindrome. So that is 2 times we have to print. Let us check that sum and original number. So we can give now different number like 134. So 1 3 4 1 4 3, or you can say that 131. There is no problem. Yes, same. The number is palindrome. And let us check our give the like so long. I 4 8 9 8 then 4. Yes, that number is a palindrome. So here range is not sufficient. So look, that is a some error giving because our integer size range is a 30,767. So that is a four 48,984. So that range is not sufficient for that number. So that is giving the minus. So that is a one error. So how it's solved? So we can just here taking to long integer. So that our error is solved. And also we can provide here LD. So and we can take just number as a long integer. Other variable we can take integer value. There is no problem because that is a then reverse that time that is a holding the different value. So here is a problem, and also we can sum take in the sum is required to giving the long integer because that is a multiplication here 10. So that time taking error. So we can set the watch that time just idea. Okay. So we can take sum and n, that is long integer variable. So here we can change according to, and also you can taking all variable long integer. There is no any error, but we can not require to here. So here I give the LD for sum, that is a required, but that is a temp is a just store. Yes. So yes, that size is sufficient or not. So whenever we can scan, that time also we can provide sum and temp both in the long integer. So that I just and only d as an integer because d is a require only one digit. So that is not required in long integer. So whenever your required variable you can transfer in the higher range, that is long integer. That is a simple integer hold 2 byte and long integer hold 4 bytes. So that is different. So now I can also take the temp as a long integer. So here also we can provide that formatting LD formatting symbol. So I just save and let us look that our error is gone or not. So here I give the 4, 8, 9 and then 8, 4. So that is a now is ready. So number is a palindrome. So otherwise getting the error. So that is a some range is not sufficient previously because that is integer number. That range is a 30,767 positive range, but that our number is a 48,984. So that is not sufficient to range. So that gave the negative answer. So be careful when you can get more digit like here 5-digit number and the range is not sufficient to store in integer variable. So we can take long integer variable. So that is a okay. Now we can check to this program our logic alter every my number program. I take the watch alter W and here our watch window is there and alter W again and we can also take output. So here our output we can also see and here our watch how to set watch just click mouse and green span just press enter key and which variable I just accept key and we can first transfer to our variable. There are 4 variables and give the according to this sequence we can take here watch. So here we can first n is used yes and then our temp to assign. So we can take the temp okay not declaration sequence, we can take the logic sequence in this situation because there is 2 data type long integer and simple integer means integer. So that and after we can take the D for digit and then last we have to take the sum. Okay, so yes, and in between we have D is I just remove and here I give the temp variable and here I do you look in the watch. If you change here there are 2 temp, look in the watch window. So here I just replace there are 2 same variable but I here now change I just remove and backpass key and here I give the D. So you can also replace in the watch one variable to another variable. There is no any error. So now we can start our watch, and here I directly start so many program. We have to starting the main, like here alter R, you can see the stress information, and that shortcut key is a F7, and step over. That time we can use this option, step over, and that is a use F8. So first you can step over, and then you can also use trace information, F7 also use. So both we have to use. So let us, we can start our watching directly main, because there is a only that is a input our number, there is no any, and that is just assignment. So okay, directly we can start your assignment. So that is a after once, and control you, if you set your watch this place, this statement, you can go there cursor, like here I said temp assigned to n, that statement. So and then I press control F function 8, control and F8 both simultaneously you press, then red line is appear, and now you can as usual program run, control F first, control F9, and your program run, and give your, like we can give first short number like 141. So let us, that is palindrome number, we can directly give the answer, but we can check our logic, and enter key, then your stop, that is now is stop, your termination means waiting for what is start now. And here our declaration sum initially is 0, so that is declare part we can take, and all other variable is a taking garbage value, that is known as a garbage value. Previously that value is a in that variable. So and there is d and temp, but n is here we can get 141, that is we can assign this number in input. Okay, so directly what start here, temp equal to n, so temp now assigned to n, and that is a 141. So let us F7 I function key press, so that assigned to temp, here you can change in watch window, that is change, that garbage value is removed, and our n assigned to temp. Now our if condition is start, n is greater than 0, yes, that condition while loop true, then digit is a garbage value, now is remove, and 1, because that is module operator, and module 10, so that is giving last digit separate and store in d variable digit. So yes, now d is 1, and sum we can say that place value, so 0 first, so 0 multiply 10, and that plus 1, so that is sum is a 1, we can say that first or separate digit and store in sum, so that is 1 or position, first position. And now new number, that is a short compound assignment operator, so n equal to n divided by 10, so that 1 is a remove, so 14 store in the n new number, that is 14, yes 14. So n is greater than 0, yes 14 is greater than 0, so continue our loop, yes. And now 4 is separate, modulo 10, we can modulo 14 divided by modulo 10, so that is a 4 is separated, yes. And now here sum is a 1 and multiply 10, so that is a, we can say that 10 and plus 4, so that is a 40, yes, here we can say that 40, or like a store is 40 is appear, like in n that is also 40. And now new number n equal to n divided by 10, so 4 is left and 1 is holding to the new number n, same variable, yes, n is a 1, and d is now that is previously 4, now its store is a 1, let us check. So n modulo 10 and n store 1, so that is modulo taking 1 directly, yes, so d is a 1. And then here sum is a 14 and multiply 10, so that place value is a 100, so that is known as a place value, first 1 10, so that is 10, and now 100, so 140 and plus that store 1, so 140 1, yes, that temp is a same or original, we can all that is we can store that temp variable to assign to n, because our original number now in last division, that is 0, so that is 0, so we can temp use store to our original number, so because that is our original number after that while loop completion, that is n is a 0, so we can previously store temp assigned to n. So our original store in temp variable. And now while loop is false because not equal to n is just greater 0 or greater than 0, not equal to. And now if decision statement, yes, both are same. So that is a palindrome number that is printing message here. I just press F7. So here our output is print and then gets here. Just you can see in your mono screen or console screen, you can say that. So there are 3 time print, one for 1, one for 4. So there is in this program, I just you can understand. So you can watch and also you can check how it's not palindrome number. So we can also like give one example. I directly start the watch again, and here I just F7 also press or control F9 directly. So 1, 2, 3. So that is not palindrome number. Let us check last F7. Yes, store 1, 2, 3 and sum equal to 0 and is greater than yes. Then D is separate 3. Yes, store D in 3 and multiply 0 then and that is D3. So that is store 3 sum first position. Yes. Then new number is 12. Yes, because division operation is there. 12 is greater than 0. Yes, that is a yes. Now separate the 2 because n modulo 10. So D store now 2 and then sum multiply sum 3 and multiply 10. So 30 because that place value is 10 position now. And then plus 2 means digits separate and 32 is answer. Sum is 32 because multiplication and plus additions. So that are 2 operator. And now new number is 1. Yes, because that is a division. Okay, and then last our 1 store in the D. Yes, D is 1 and then multiply 10. So 320 we can say that for multiplication operation is precedence rule priority. So and also we can provide here parentheses. So inner process first complete and then plus. You cannot here give the parentheses though, so there is no any error, but we can take here that first digit and then one variable. So we can give must be here parentheses. Okay, so 121, yes, or new number and original number is totally different. Here 123 and here 321. So both are not same. And 10 multiply 1, so there is 0 and our loop is false, and 10 equal to sum, there is not the same. So that number is a if condition is false, else the number is a not palindrome and gets here. Now you can see your output. So I just F9 so that selection is clear, and also I go in red line position to our cursor set and then press Ctrl F8 again, so that is removed, otherwise not removed. Okay, so I just full screen. Yes, you can note out your C programming book in this program to your and perform yourself. So many number is a palindrome number, and that is the same logic as a reverse number. Same logic. There is no any change. More almost all same is there. So I think you can understand what is a palindrome number or not. So that is a reverse number logic applied to palindrome number. So I complete my session. I hope you can understand, and just try close alter F3 functions over file. Whenever you can complete your all work or testing, then just alter F3, close all file. So I close and also watch window and output window, and then alter X. So you can not like stack of the file, just single file you can work in C++ Turbo Editor. So you can better idea. So I hope you can understand what is a palindrome number or not. So subscribe my channel Ashok Sijalakuni, press the bell icon to never miss any update, and thanks for your watching, supporting and sharing my video lecture, and Hare Krishna.